Alright, boys and girls, today's lesson, lesson 5-5, and we're going to continue with conversions of different types of measurements. So, today we're going to talk about the pound and ounces. Okay, there's not a whole lot other than 1 pound is equal to 16 ounces. Okay, so that's the main thing you have to know. It's not like there's milli and centa and deci and all this stuff. It's just 1 pound, 16 ounces. Okay, so let's go over the pounds and ounces quickly. I'd like to roll through a couple pages and have you go off on your own and work through the rest. It says the pound is the primary unit of weight in our customary system. 1 pound is equal to 16 ounces. Butter and margarine are sold in 1 pound packages that contain 4 separately wrapped sticks. So, if 1 box is equal to a whole pound, and there's 16 ounces in a pound, what is the weight in ounces of 1 box? Okay, so 1 box, the whole box, what is the weight in ounces for that whole box? Well, you should know that the whole box is 1 pound. So 1 pound equals 16 ounces. So 16 ounces for the entire box. What is the weight in ounces of 1 stick? Okay, so if this whole thing is 16 and it's divided into 4, that must mean each of these is 4 ounces. Okay, so now let's go to a conversion table here. It says Kimba buys a bag of flour that weighs 5 pounds. Complete the table. How many ounces are equal to 5 pounds? Well, if 1 pound is 16 ounces, that means 2 pounds would be 32, 3 would be 48, 4 would be 64, and 5 would be 5 times 16, 80 ounces. So the answer would be 80 ounces. Alright, describe how to convert pounds to ounces without using a table. Basically, the only way you do that is just you multiply the number of pounds by 16. So if you don't have a table and someone says, hey, I have 10 pounds of chocolate, how many ounces is that? Well, you just take 10 times it by 16, gives you 160 ounces of chocolate. Sounds yummy. Maybe. So that's what you'd write in there. You just would take any number, multiply it by 16, or any number of pounds, multiply that number of pounds by 16 and give you how many ounces. It says when Martin weighed his dog in April, the dog weighed 384 ounces. When he weighed the dog in August, the dog weighed 432 ounces. How many ounces did Martin's dog gain between April and August? Well, you know this from simple story problems. You would take the bigger number, subtract the smaller number, and that would give you 48 ounces. Okay, so write that on the answer there. Alright, so this is pounds and ounces. We'll turn to the next page. Let's continue. Oh, this talks about tons now. Tons, the weight of a heavy item such as cars, trucks, boats, elephants, and whales is measured in tons. 1 ton is equal to 2,000 pounds. Okay, 1 ton is 2,000 pounds. Knowing that 1 ton is 2,000 pounds, it says a ship weighs 12,450 tons. In pounds, the ship weighs 24,900,000 pounds. Which measure would you use to describe the weight of the ship, and why? Okay, would you tell someone, hey, this ship weighs 24,900,000 pounds, or would you say the ship weighed 12,450 tons? Okay, you would definitely say tons, because it's an easier number to explain, it's an easier number to say, easier number to read, and to understand. Okay, if you tell someone 12,450, they can visualize a little bit better than they can visualize 24,900,000. Even though it weighs the same, it's easier to visualize it. Number 7, a trailer can carry 2 tons of cargo. How many pounds of cargo can a trailer carry? Okay, if one ton equals 2,000 pounds, LBS, that's a short for pounds, then 2 tons would have to equal 4,000 pounds. Okay, one cargo container weighs 4 ounces. A shipment of cargo containers weighs a total of 1 ton. How many cargo containers are in the shipment? Show your work. It says one cargo container weighs 4 ounces. A shipment of cargo containers weighs a total of a ton. How many cargo containers are in the shipment? Show your work. Okay, so this is a lot of steps to it. If one container weighs 4 ounces, that means that 4 ounces times 4 containers would get you 16 ounces, which would equal 1 pound. So every 4 containers equals a pound. You know that 1 ton is 2,000 pounds. So how many containers would you need to get to 2,000 pounds? Okay, so you would need let's see, if you had 1,000 containers, so 1,000 containers would equal 4,000 pounds, okay, because each container is, alright, because this one's kind of tricky even for me, I'm going to break it down a little bit smaller over here. It says one container equals 4 ounces, okay, a whole shipment comes in, and the whole shipment weighs 1 ton. Okay, so the whole shipment equals 2,000 pounds, because that's a ton. Okay, so how many containers must be in the shipment? Okay, so one container equals 4 ounces. So that means you need to get 4 containers to get to 1 pound. Okay, so every 4 containers equals 1 pound. So you would need 4 times 2,000 to get to. So if you had 4 containers, they equal a pound. So you would, to multiply the pounds by 2,000, you would have to multiply the containers by 2,000. So 8,000 containers would equal 2,000 pounds. So your answer is 8,000 containers. And that's an extremely hard one, even for myself. So a lot of steps to it. Maybe you can figure out a different way, but if you had 8,000 containers and each container only was 4 ounces, that would be 8,000 containers divided by 4 ounces. You're looking at divided by 4, you're looking at 2,000, or 8,000 divided by 4 is 2,000. So a lot of steps, frustrating question, but it would be 8,000 containers. So I'll move that out of the way. Next, we're just going to practice 3 tons equals how many pounds. Okay, you know there's 2,000 pounds in 1 ton, so this would be 2,000 times 3, so you're 6,000 pounds. Next, 7 pounds equals how many ounces? 16 ounces in a pound. 16 times 7, 2, put the 4 up there, 112. 5 tons equals how many pounds? Well, remember there's 2,000 in each, so you're looking at 10,000 pounds. 12 pounds equals how many ounces? So 12 times 16, give you 192. 9 tons equals how many ounces? There's 2,000, 9 tons equals how many pounds? So there's 2,000 each, you're looking at 18,000 pounds. And 19 pounds equals how many ounces? 19 times 16 equals 304. Obviously, you would work them out differently. Alright, so there's not a whole lot of time, but what I want you to do is I want you to start looking at liquid volume, and it talks about the conversion of 1 cup is equal to 8 fluid ounces, 4 cups equals a quart, 2 cups equals a pint, 4 quarts equals a gallon. A lot more to volume, but I want you to kind of flip through these 2 pages, and this is what I want to go over in a small group with you. We'll talk about the volume, and then on the next page, on 5.5 on the next page, 182, it talks about miles and feet. today. We're covering a whole lot of different conversions. We're going to try to cram them all in a small group. Do what you can with these last 2 pages.